Hello, I'm Meghan Donnelly. Thank you for joining. Let's begin. We're going to start out on our backs over 2 blocks. So place your blocks in a T-shaped, one horizontally and one vertically. And then bring the vertical block underneath your spine, and the horizontal block can support your head. Now, this should be comfortable, so it may take a few tries to get the block in the right place, right in between the shoulder blades on that thoracic spine in your upper and middle back. We are opening the chest here with reclined cobbler pose legs. So feet together, knees apart, palms up. So we are relaxing in a supported fish pose, which is a heart opener, because today's class is part of our Yoga for Grief and Loss series. As many of us have most likely experienced before, grieving is not a linear process. So no matter when you are listening and watching this video, it is my sincere intention through the creation of this video that you will feel peace and comfort through today's practice. And I am here holding space for you during this difficult time. So no matter what has happened up until this point, let's focus only on our breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Heart openers help to elevate our mood, especially if we're dealing with a broken heart. We tend to be more slumped forward, maybe not standing or walking as tall, as we are trying to protect our aching heart. So today, instead, we are going to open that heart chakra area. Once again, get blood moving through that area freely, expanding our lung capacity, taking in more oxygen through the nose will also elevate our mood. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. If you find your mind wandering, you can just say to yourself, I breathe in, I breathe out. Anytime the mind is active, come back to that mantra, I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, I breathe out. That's all you have to do is breathe. We're not running away or hiding from any pain we might be experiencing. Instead, we're sitting with it. We are experiencing it. We are temporarily experiencing the emotion of sadness. And that's okay. So Keep breathing and bring your knees together and very carefully roll off of the blocks onto your side and stay on your side so that your body and your back can adjust once getting off the blocks. And then you can push yourself up gently and come into a standing position with your feet hip-width distance. This is mountain pose. So standing as tall as you can, try to open up that chest, breathe deeply. We're going to elevate our mood by standing tall and standing powerfully. Open your hands. Breathe in your inner power. Breathe in your connection to peace. Feeling grounded through your feet. Be here now. Inhale, both arms reach up. Stretch all the way up, and now side bend to your right. You'll feel a deep stretch in the left side of the body as you do this. Keep grounding through your feet. I am safe. I am here now. Both arms up. Side bend now over to your left side. Keep grounding through your feet. I am safe. I am here now. I am breathing. Both arms up. Stretch way up and let your arms come behind you. Interlace the hands. Open up the chest as you squeeze your closed palms together behind your back. Try not to hyperextend the elbows. Bend the elbows just a little bit. This will open up that chest and heart center even more. Bend the knees slightly and then fold forward with your arms coming off the back at any amount. Doesn't have to be very extreme here, and your arms do not have to be straight. Just do what you can to open the chest, open the heart, and let your head hang freely. Any stress, tension, grief, or negative thoughts can fall off the top of the head towards the earth. And now grab opposite elbows with your knees bent and gently swing side to side like a pendulum of a clock. Knees are bent. Gently swing side to side. And come back to center. Slowly stand up. Returning to mountain pose, standing tall in your power. Ground through your feet. I am here now. Now take up space and come into goddess pose. Widen your stance, turn your toes towards the corners of your mat, and open your arms into goalpost arms. This is a powerful pose. Create some heat as you come in and out of goddess pose and star pose. Stretch the arms and legs. Bend both knees and sit deeply in goddess, and straighten the arms and legs in star pose. And again, squat down and stretch way up. This is a very powerful pose, star pose. You're making yourself as big as possible, and energetically this elevates our mood and helps us feel more confident. Now bring both hands to your thighs. Bend your knees and twist. Drop your right shoulder toward the center. So you're gently twisting to your left, dropping that right shoulder down. Breathe. Stay in that squat. Come back to center and twist to the other side, this time dropping your left shoulder down toward the center. Twist and look over your right shoulder. Breathe. And back to center. Inhale back into that goddess squat. Stretch up and extend your fingertips out, preparing for triangle pose. You might grab a block here by your left ankle. Turn your left toes towards the front of your mat and the right toes toward the long edge of your mat, preparing for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Bring your left hand to the block, right arm up. Your left leg does not have to be straight. It can be slightly bent, depending on how your body's feeling. And now make some circles with your top right arm. This is a lovely way to open the chest, shoulder, and especially the heart center. Making some gentle circles with the right arm as you get some blood and circulation moving through the chest, and arm, and shoulder, and neck. And now hold triangle with your right arm up. And bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, come up, take your block with you. And we'll prepare for the same triangle but on the other side. So now right hand on the block, left arm up. And hold triangle pose, second side. Your right knee does not need to be straight. And we'll make those same arm circles with the top left arm this time. Gently making circles with the top left arm. And now keep the left arm up. Keep breathing here in triangle. Feel your entire body open. And now press into your bent right knee. Come up and open both of your feet wide and turn the toes toward the corners of the mat. Clasp your hands behind the back like you did before, and we'll fold forward in a straddle forward fold here. Bend your knees and balance your weight amongst all 4 points of both of your feet so that you don't feel like you're going to topple forward or lean back too much. Keep breathing into the backs of the thighs. Keep opening up that heart. We're bringing fresh oxygenated blood to the brain and to the head and to the face through this inversion. And this will give us a new perspective sometimes when we change the way we view the world from upside down. You can bring your hands to your ankles now. Stay folded. Keep breathing in this straddle forward fold. Bend your knees and slowly come up so you don't get lightheaded. Come up slowly and bring your hands to the low back. Squeeze your elbows together. Open up the chest. Inhale, open your throat. Relax the face and come into a gentle standing back bend. Gently back bending from the upper body, not thrusting the head back, instead lengthening the neck and gently looking up. And now inhale, come up out of that standing back bend, and we are going to come into a belly prone position on our stomach. So lie down on your belly. You can stack your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Stretch both feet behind you. Relax on your belly. And then come up onto your forearms. Relax your face in Sphinx pose here, almost as if you're dragging your upper body away from your hips. This will make space in the low back. Slowly come down and bring your hands under your chest, preparing for a baby cobra. Gently push up and come down again. Stretch your legs behind you. Prepare for baby cobra again. Press into your hands. Chest lifts. Come up. Exhale. Slowly come back down again. And one more time. Inhale. Slowly lift the chest and heart for baby cobra. Hug the elbows in. Exhale. Back down again. And slowly push up and back into child's pose. So you can bring a block underneath your forehead for child's pose, or if you need to put a block under your hips for more support for your knees, you can do that as well. Resting your forehead on a block in child's pose can be very calming for the nervous system. You have that third eye chakra point resting on the block. It's calming to the mind to have that pressure point. So whenever your thoughts get distracted from your breath, you have a focal point to come back to. Now come up and grab both of your blocks for a lunge. Left foot in front, in between your blocks, right knee to the blanket or mat. And then enjoy this dropped knee lunge here. Keep breathing as you feel this in the front of your right thigh. And then both arms up in the air. Keep breathing in this raised arm lunge with a dropped right knee. Keep breathing. You can always just bring one arm up if you'd like to keep your hand on the block. Lift your power, lift your energy, extend up. Keep breathing. Elevate your mood through your deep breathing. And then bring your hands back to your blocks. And we will stretch the left hamstring, slowly straightening the left leg, folding over the extended left leg any amount. The left knee can be bent any amount. Draw both hips back and breathe into the back of your left leg. Keep breathing into your low back. In through the nose. Out through the nose. And then carefully bend your left knee again. And lift your chest. And then we will bring the left leg back to a kneeling position. You're on your hands and knees here. And we'll prepare for our first downward facing dog. Bent knees, any amount. Spread the fingers a lot. Press into the base of the thumb and index finger. Lift out of your wrist. Lift the hips up and back. Press your thighs back and heels down. Feeling strong and grounded in this inverted V. Feeling empowered. We can lift ourselves up. Feeling supported. We're supported not only physically by our mats here, but also by our community and our loved ones. Come into child's pose, hips towards the heels. Drop your forehead down and breathe. I breathe in. I breathe out. And then let's do the lunge on the other side. Right foot comes in between the blocks. Your left knee can drop on the blanket or mat. And lift the chest. Hold this drop knee lunge and breathe. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel the sensations in the body. Be in your body. We don't want to escape our body. Bring both arms up. Elevate your energy. Extend up through the fingertips. Keep breathing. Keep reaching up. Keep breathing. Extend through those fingertips a bit more, and then bring your hands down. And now we'll stretch the back of the right leg, coming into that hamstring stretch on the second side. Toes turn up toward the sky. Pull that right hip back in line with the left one. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Keep breathing and folding over that right leg. This might feel intense. Hamstring stretches are sometimes very confrontational and not pleasant. But if we can breathe through that uncomfortableness, we'll learn a very valuable lesson about sitting with our pain. Bend the right knee again. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And then carefully bring your right leg back. And once again, let's return to child's pose with the arms extending out. You could put a block under your forehead or just let your forehead fall towards the earth. Come back to an all fours position to prepare us to sit down. So now we are sitting with the legs extended out in front of us. Spine is very long. Bring your hands behind you and turn your fingertips toward your hips. Open the chest. Toes turn up. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. This is staff pose. Feeling grounded and connected to the earth. Keep breathing. And now you can bring one of your blocks underneath your knees to help you bend your knees for forward fold. This is Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Your knees can be bent any amount, and we'll try to bring our ribs close to the tops of the thighs. You can rest your hands on your shins, ankles, or feet. The most important thing here is trying to keep the spine nice and long with minimal rounding. Again, remember those hamstring stretches can be challenging, kind of in your face, uncomfortableness, confrontational. It's kind of a metaphor for the discomfort of grief and loss. It's there, but we need to breathe through it. And then bring your torso up, and we'll do a reverse pose here, stretching the shoulders. So bring the arms behind you. This pose is called the rack. And walk the fingertips facing away from you, behind you as much as possible to open the chest. Bend the elbows ever so slightly so as not to hyperextend them, and get this beautiful chest opening here. And then bring your arms back up, and we will come into a cross-legged seated position. Breathe. Let's start with some neck rolls to the right. So instead of going in one circle, go in a large semicircle and go back the direction you came, going from left to right in a big semicircle. And when you're almost looking up, you'll go back the way you came. Explore all of the areas of the neck. Release tension that you might be carrying in the jaw and face. And now sit on your left hand. Turn your left fingers towards your body, sitting on your left hand. And then use your right hand on the left temple skin to gently invite the head over to the right. So you're not pulling your head over to the right. You're gently dropping your right ear to the right shoulder with a little help, the right hand. You might experiment with looking down and looking up, and notice which parts of the left side of your neck need more attention. Bring your right hand under your head and come back to center with the head and neck. We'll continue with those neck rolls again. Big semicircles, just like before with the head. And then once we move the head over to the left, we'll repeat on the other side, sitting on the right hand this time. So turn your right fingertips towards you, sit on that right hand, and now use your left hand to gently guide the top of the right temple skin, the right side of your forehead, over to the left. So your head is gently falling over the left shoulder with a little pressure from the left hand, not forcing, not pulling, just guiding the neck into some more interesting positions so that you can feel which places on the right side of the neck need more TLC. Then push your head back to center with that left hand. And we're done with the neck circles. And we'll change positions again to lie down on our back. So with your knees bent, come onto your back, feet on the floor. Bring your right hand to your low belly and your left hand to your heart center. Let your knees fall in to touch each other with your feet wide. So feet wide, knees in. This should feel good for the low back. Come back to your breathing mantra. I breathe in, I breathe out. And now extend your legs up in the air. Like a half waterfall pose or a legs up the pretend wall pose. Feel the benefits of this half inversion. It should feel good for your thigh bones, your femur bones to plug into the back of the pelvis. So your thigh bones are sinking towards the earth, which is a supportive position for the back. Right ankle crosses above the left knee, and we'll do a hip stretch now, a figure 4. So thread your right arm underneath that right knee and clasp around the left shin. If you can't grab around the left shin, you can grab behind the left thigh. Either way, keep both of your feet flexed to protect your knee, especially the right knee. Breathe into your right hip. And then we'll turn this into a twist. Just let both knees gently fall to the left. Open your arms out wide. Keep both shoulders on the ground. And turn your head to the right. So knees go left. Your head turns right. You're breathing through the nose. You're feeling all your feelings. You're noticing all the sensations in the body without judgment or commentary. And now come out of that, bring both knees towards your center, hug them in, and we'll do the hip opener on the other side. Figure 4, recline, cross the left ankle above the right thigh. Thread the left arm under the left leg and we'll clasp both hands around the right shin this time. Same figure 4 hip opener, second side. Feeling it on that left hip and breathe. It's very common to store some of our emotions in our hip area. So sometimes hip openers can bring up some grief or emotions even on a good day. So just be aware of whatever might be bubbling up for you. And know that it's okay and you are safe. Your breath is keeping you safe. Your connection is keeping you safe. You are safe. Let's take this into a twist. Both knees fall over to the right. Extend your arms out in a T position and turn your head to the left. Breathe. And breathe. I breathe in. I breathe out. I breathe in. I breathe out. I am safe. And everything's going to be okay. Come out of this twist and very carefully extend both of your legs out, preparing for corpse pose, Shavasana pose. We're resting on our back. There's nothing to do here except for breathe and stay present. Don't get lost in thought. Stick with that mantra, keeping us connected with the present moment. I breathe in. I breathe out. Through the nose, I breathe in. Through the nose, I breathe out. I breathe in. I breathe out. If your mind has wandered, return back to safety. I breathe in. I breathe out. You are safe. You are here. You are alive. And all is well. Everything is going to be okay. Stretch both arms overhead and bend both of your knees. Slowly roll over onto your right side and rest in the fetal position for a few breaths. And then push up with your hands into a seated position, hands at the heart. Breathe deeply through the nose. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.